に合わせて叫べ勝利の雄たけびを秘密展開ゴーレム無邪
Chapter 8 Feverish Battle Victory. The Ego's forces have gotten the Battle Fever Robo, the most powerful arsenal of the Battle Fever J team. Trakeena and Long have completed the task. Now they must proceed to whatever sinister plans there may be. With the Battle Fever Robo in our hands, we would be able to destroy every other giant robot, said Trakeena. I know, said Long. Honestly speaking, I think there's no harm in using it to harm the city. It would be fun to use it, said Salome. Then the Battle Fever J can be tarnished for the rest of their lives, said Henner. Just then, Satan Egos was heard through the communicator. Is the plan working well? Asked Satan Egos via the communicator. Yes, your majesty, said Henner. Now all I need is to launch the Battle Fever Robo. Then do so, said Satan Egos. At once, your majesty, said Henner and Salome. At the new skybase in the Sentai year 2011, Cole was brought out from the car. He was still frustrated about his situation. Man, if this goes on, I'll definitely never want to live another day. I am no shameless character of a man, said Cole. Well, we're finally here, Cole, said Deca Blue. Hoji, you're forgetting something, said Deca Break. Jason and Tommy were pretty much shocked to see their friend Bear. Deca Break and Deca Blue powered down to their human forms. Oh my, we forgot about your situation of being naked. Sorry about that, Cole. We forgot you were wearing nothing at all, said Hoji, embarrassed to death as he realized it once more, trying to hold his laughter. That's all right, Hoji, said Cole, who was still feeling at his worst of the moment. Whoops. Cole's face turned bright red indeed. Cole, what's wrong with you? This is just not funny. It's not all right. Oh, never mind, said Tommy, whose face palmed himself, trying to look away. That's all right. That's all right? Nonsense. Cole, you need to get dressed up, naked guy, if you expect to pass by the law, said Tetsu, laughing. I can't bear to look at how the roaring lion that blasted that gigantic Serpentera himself got humbled in front of us like this, said Jason, who was also doing the same reactions as Tommy. You can't blame him for what happened. He fell down the time warp at the worst place at the worst time. Well, we've got more Sentai Warriors joining us soon. But as for the Power Rangers, I'm afraid we'll just have to keep waiting until they drop by against their will, said Tetsu. Hey, aren't you guys forgetting something? Something I need to wear, guys? I can't walk around here just like that, said Cole. Just get him in uniform. You know what I mean? Cole, quickly put something on, said Tommy, who tossed some garments to Cole. Thanks, guys, said Cole, who then realized he was still as bare as ever. Just wear your clothes, Cole. Hurry, said Tommy. I wouldn't mind if I do, said Cole. Cole grabbed it rather quickly and placed it on his garments to where he doesn't get so exposed. He was glad to have something on him and got out. That's much better now that I'm dressed up, said Cole with a sigh of relief with a big smile. I guess we can start making you feel at home with us, said Hoji. By the way, you are a Power Ranger? Formerly, said Cole, but I don't have my powers now. But in my dream I did receive a vision of a man in red and kept seeing visions of 34 Red Rangers telling me I would come here, but this is too much. I wonder what's my mission now. You may soon find out, Cole, said Tetsu. Cole, before his rather disturbing disappearance, realized he was facing his destiny. He was no longer a Power Ranger. He was just an ordinary man. Yet all those years he realized he wasn't exactly human. Tommy was then disturbed. He remembered his vision of Akka Red in his dream last night. So he will appear in a red light. That's exactly what happened. Wait, don't tell me Cole is that chosen ranger. If he is, why does he have to be in that kind of situation, said Tommy, but he kept it to himself. Tommy began remembering the events of Forever Red. Even he found it amazing Cole would be able to single-handedly take out Serpentera. Tommy remembered his dream last night. He who slew the dragon far bigger than the rest in space will appear to help end the war. When a crisis arises, he will appear again to aid the heroes in their time of peril, were the next words in Tommy's thoughts as Akka-Red had told him the other night. What if Cole is that man? Akka-Red will soon give me an answer to all these answers, said Tommy. Unknown to them, Hoka was looking at the events. She was starting to have feelings for Cole deep inside her. What a man, so gorgeous. Well, I guess I can play around with him for all I care, said Hoka, drooling. No. I'm not laughing because of the situation. This is stupid. More so Hoka's Mystic Force counterpart and how ironic this scene is. Bulk and Skull showed up to do their jobs as welcome attendants. You called for us, Director? Asked Bulk. Bulk, Skull. Do get more garments for this guy. Carry them at his room, will you? Here's his room number, said Director Aya, who was still shocked at the incident. Yes, ma'am, said Bulk and Skull, who were carrying lots of clothes. Don't forget to wear them, said Tommy, laughing. Sure, said Cole, much happy about getting new clothes while still embarrassed about his entrance. You may want a tour of the base, said Director Aya. This is where you will be staying until your mission is over. Cole was now going to interact with the others. Meanwhile, Raita can be seen chatting with his wife Satsuki and their son Ryo on Yahoo Messenger. Fortunately, it was his break, for now. On the other hand, Supreme Commander Ryu gave his orders to Takaru Shiba, saying, We can't afford to give up until that giant robot is recovered from the United Alliance of Egos. If Egos has it could soon every giant robot would fall into the hands of the United Alliance of Evil, and they use them to conquer other areas. Okay, this is that same mistake he was making in the previous chapter with the Go Rangers. Yes, Battle Fever J was the season where we first introduced the giant robots to the series. However, just because it's missing from the timeline doesn't mean that all the others will no longer exist, or worse, already be in the hands of the villains. Because, again, they were created independently from the Battle Fever Robo. You're putting production reasons in universe, which don't match well. Which explains a lot. If you need help, I might send an army to get it back. Don't hesitate to call when the emergency is needed. We are not going to retreat that easily. I might even show up if need be. Yes, sir, said Takaru Shiba. Then do what you can. Remember that giant robot must never fall into evil. If you can't get it, retreat and I'll send another team to help you out. I might do so myself, said Supreme Commander Ryu. Back at the Sentai year 1979, it was time for a strategy to get the robot back into the hands of the Battle Fever J team. We can't afford to destroy Battle Fever Robo, said Den. That's what Egos would want us to do also. If they can't have it, neither can we. That's just like them, said Kanatsu. I don't know how to lure them out, though, said Takaru Shiba. I do hope you have your plans to retrieve it. It's best we use brains, not brawn, said Kimberly. I have learned a bit of the art disguise. I have a plan to draw them out. In fact, it's a risk I can take trying to apply the art of instant change. I guess it's from Mumeku, isn't it? Said Sota. You got that right, said Takaru Shiba. If we are going to win this and accomplish this mission, we have to use deceit. Supreme Commander Tennu may end up sending a whole army to get the giant robot or even risk himself. In battle, brains works as well. You can't rely on brute strength lest we destroy the giant robot, and either way, the United Alliance of Evil accomplishes its goals, said Kimberly. She's right, said General Tetsuzan. Well, I guess it's time to do some infiltration work. I can't agree more with that, said Diane. So whatever her plan is, I think we can trust her. I don't mind have a problem with infiltrating, said Zack. I'm dark as ever. Besides, I'm also wearing dark clothes. Besides, I have mastered the art of infiltration myself. Well, maybe. It's best everybody drapes in black. As of right now, Sota has found their warehouse. He's dressed as a cut man, said Takaru Shiba. I do have a way of getting those guys out, said Kimberly, but it's not going to be a very decent thing that's coming. Well, after all, Art of War is also based on deception, said Kenatsu. I wonder what is... Don't tell me. Whoa, said Takaru Shiba, who was suddenly filled with dirty thoughts. Meanwhile, Egos officers Heather and Salome were bowing before Satan Egos. They were going to receive new orders. Show the city no mercy with that robot, said Satan Egos. However, be careful. We could lose the robot back to them. If we can't have it, they can't either. If things get tight, destroy the robot. The plan is working well, said Heather. As of right now, we have cut men guarding the robot in an abandoned area. Long and Trakina have promised us. At the abandoned warehouse, Heather and Salome showed up. They had to prepare for their next attack. Sota then met with the others. The Battle Fever team were in uniform and draped in black clothes. It was time for the cut men to enter. Hey, you guys are late, said Heather. We need to find a way to transfer the robot to our headquarters. Just do your patrol duty. On the other hand, Kimberly was working on a rather provocative distraction. She had learned a thing or two from Umeko Kodu's technique of seduction. She did a bathtub scene. The others were inside the base to recover the robot. I hope this works. This is really humiliating, said Kimberly. She was pretty uncomfortable with her gig, as she was fully naked under that soap, as she'd never tried a seduction trick before. Another common fandom mistake about Kimberly, that she was always this fan servicey kind of character. We saw it in Super Frickin' Power Rangers, we saw it here. Just because she was the person that the fans really thought was attractive doesn't mean that this was her character. They completely and utterly forget that the reason she dressed in such a fashion was because she was a gymnast. Being some kind of sexy icon for kids to have their very first boners to was not the purpose of her character, nor had anything to do with it. I am getting sick of this characterization. Plus, it was a very open area. The guards were getting distracted at such a hot woman. Kimberly gave her warm smile, a blink at her eye, a sweet voice. It was a very deceptive move indeed. She was also blowing kisses and doing seductive poses. Her lovely legs stuck out of the tub. A sweet fragrance filled the air as she released the sweet smell of roses from the scented water. Hey guys, come here and let's get real close. First one comes get me, said Kimberly. Hey, let's go over there, said the cutman. Wow, what a babe. First one to get her is me, said one of the cutmen. No, she's mine, said a Rinshin. No, mine, said a Stinger. The other types of scuds, like the Rinshins and Stingers, were also maddened by her ruse. But unknowing to them, she had a nasty trick underneath her beauty. Slowly the guards began to disorient and fight each other. It's working. Now they're getting closer, said Kimberly. She's mine, said one grunt. No, she's mine, said the other grunt. I don't know what's in that girl's head to do such an open seduction act, but I think it's working, said Takaru Shiba. He remembered his unfortunate encounter with Mako Shiashiri while they were at work. A little flashback is where Mako knocked him down cold at a dojo for violating her privacy by accident. The Battle Fever team were now inside with Takaru Shiba's team minus Kimberly near the robot, but they were still dressed as Rinshin. Hey, who goes there? Said Long. This is a forbidden area, said Trakina. You people are entering here without permission. Emperor Radigate may punish you. Well then, you'll never know what's going on, said Takaru Shiba, revealing himself, and the others did too. Impossible. How'd you find this place? Said Heather. You're not too careful, are you? Said Sota. I managed to sneak in here and get in. The Battle Fever team revealed themselves. Takaru Shiba, Genta, Zack, and Sota transformed. We'll get the giant robot back. You deal with them, said Battle Japan. Just as planned, said Takaru Shiba. The Battle Fever team got into the robot and finally launched it. Heather was pretty upset, calling for guards, but they were too distracted fighting over Kimberly. Where are the guards when you need them? Said Heather angrily. One of the cutmen managed to get close to the seductive Kimberly. Come closer, said Kimberly. Come closer, handsome. You've proven your valor far greater than the others. Oh, wow, said one of the cutmen. No, she's mine, said a Rinshin. No, mine, said a Stinger, who wanted to enter to peep under the tub. Oh, this isn't good, said Kimberly, who was ready to use her surprise attack.